Okay, now I'm going to be a little more professional. Get that gum out of my mouth. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, so part 2. What do you do next? Now, we're talking about how we heard about this industry. Now, how we heard about it and whether we stayed in it are two different things. So, back in the day, when I could have been a millionaire Tupperwareist by now, I quit. Okay? If I would have just kept going, kept doing what I was doing, picked up again when I got in a better place, I'd be great. But I couldn't do it, had kids, you know, there wasn't the internet then, I didn't have a car, blah, 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 all the excuses. Well, today we don't have those excuses, we got the internet. So what we want to do now is say why we're still in it. I mean, after all the things we've been through, $20,000 in debt, you know, no success, why are you still in it? Well, I have a dream. And you talk about your dream. My dream is to be able to financially take care of my family. If anything happens to my husband, I want to be able to take care of him. I want to be able to take care of my kids and my grandkids. I never want to say, oh, I can't afford that. I mean, I don't mind saying I use my money wisely. I don't want to buy everything in sight. I just don't want to feel like I can't have it because I don't have enough money because I didn't earn enough money. So my dream is to make sure my kids all have safe cars, safe homes. And then, of course, there's going to be, and if there's abundance, there's plenty for everybody, is to help other people take care of their needs, take care of their families, come home, you know, if they want to. A lot of people don't want to come home from work. That would have been my mother. So help people get to where they feel they're making enough money, they don't feel lack. So I want to help people do that too. But I also want to help people who actually have no money, people in Africa starving to death, those kind of things too. I mean, I want to give away tons and tons of money to orphans and widows and people like that. I want to give it away. I want to have that money to give away, and I get to choose who gets it. I get to decide who's going to get that money. Now, how did I get to that place? Well, I went to a lot of meetings and things like that helped me see that having money isn't bad. I mean, if you have too much money, give it away. There's plenty of people that will take it. And give it away to people, or decide who you want to give it away to. So the first thing I had to learn is not to be in fear of having more than I need. There's no problem. If you have more than you need, give it away. Okay? Share it. So once I got over that hump, that was great. I could continue my career as a making total abundant money, you know, however much I want. So that's kind of like, you have to have a story too. Where's your story? Why are you still here? Why haven't you quit yet? You are in the infancy of your business, just like me. I mean, I'm not up and walking in and drawing in $1,000 a day yet. You know, well, take that back. I've drawn in $1,000 a day. Sorry about that. So, but maybe $10,000 a day. I haven't had a $10,000 a day yet. So, what we want to do is tell our story honestly and from the heart. And the most important part of your story is that you should try to find something in commonality with others. You know, because a lot of people have the fear of making too much money. You're not the only one with that fear. And if you can get the other people over that hump, now they'll stay with you. Because that's the real key. Can you keep the people that do join you in one more day? One more day, so that they learn just one more thing, one more skill. And skills aren't hard. Just learn one skill a day. If the only skill you learn today is to tell your story, just to say, hey, my name is Juanita Waterman. I was born and raised in Juneau, Alaska, and I started online about 5 years ago, failed miserably, made a fool of myself online in videos and everything and everywhere. And eventually I learned some skills, and now I'm getting about 5 leads a day, and I make about, some days I've made $1,000 a day. That's the biggest day I've had. So I'm telling you the highlights. That's marketing. You tell the highlights. Now, it's nobody's business how much you make, and it's nobody's business how many leads you get a day, except unless you're advertising that you're going to help them get leads. So That's your story. Tell a good story. The other part of your story that you want to not leave out is your teenage years. Because we all have that in common too. Awkward teenage years. So when you say I was born and raised, da-da-da, when I was a teenager, nobody liked me. I was just a freak, okay? I was a freaking freak. And I was popular when I was 12. Then all of a sudden, 7th grade came, and I was pretty snobby, thinking, if you don't talk to me first, I'm not going to talk to you. Well, that didn't give me any friends, and it just made me go crazy, okay? So I don't advise that to you guys out there, you teenagers. Go make friends with everybody, say hi, give people gum, be nice, give away stuff. And so the next thing you want to do is you want to tell about how that affected you and your marketing. Being a geek and a weirdo and all that affected my self-esteem. So that as I got older and I didn't know better, I hung around the wrong people who continued to keep me with low self-esteem. And network marketing, actually, all that $20,000 training didn't go down the tubes. That's my psychology bill, I would say. Because after I learned that you are what you think about, and if you can learn to love yourself, you will love others. So that was the first lesson I had to learn, is accept myself the way I am. And is it perfect? No. Am I growing? Yes. So your story might go something like this. Hey, when I was a teenager, when I was young, I was the one that was ugly, gawky, and then by the time I got to 15, my boobs came in. I mean, there's going to be women that relate to that. That wasn't my story. Guys, you could do the same thing. I was gawky and scrawny as a kid and a nerd as a 14-year-old, and then I got nerdier as I got older, and I'm still a nerd. You can't use the boob story, though. And my boobs never came in. You can say that. You're going to be funny. My boobs never came in. I still don't have them. So that is where we're going to stop today, is tell your story. Get your story down. See ya.